doing a very simple video here that's dealing with these certificates of debt because they're bonds and that's what they are. Uh, it's interesting that when we read Colossians 2, uh, I'm reading out of the American Standard. That's, and now again, the American Standard is all through the United States, um, and so certainly these Bibles have been widely distributed, and so I don't have a problem. I check. I can see a few things here and there that sometimes are could be better translated with research, but when you go into the concordances, but for this, this is a much easier read for Colossians 2:13 to 15. And so we've done this before, but I'm reiterating it again to do it because I think it's important. And so it says in verse 13, and when you were dead in your transgressions, remember you're doing wrong in sin, debt, and the uncircumcision of your flesh, he made you alive together with him, having forgiven us all our transgressions, having canceled out the certificate of debt consisting of decrees against us and which was hostile to us, and he has taken it out of the way, having nailed it to the cross. Now, and also too, when you go further on that, it is very imperative. He says, when he had disarmed the rulers and authorities, he made a public display of them, having triumphed over them through him. So it's not by chance that participants in the legal system today are carrying around, as part of the collective, something that denies that he canceled the certificate of debt. So those that are in the opposite side of the legal participation, going against and denying Christ, are actually carrying a certificate of debt. So that is there based on God separating those that are believers from unbelievers. His people, the sheep and the goats, will be separated, it said. Now, I know a lot of people call people that follow in society sheeples, but they're really goats because they're stubborn, because they're stubborn. They continually want to keep on doing something that is actually not helping them out at all. In fact, it's just placing more burden and debt upon them by claiming something that's of someone else's jurisdiction that God has placed. Render unto Caesar what is Caesar, and God's what is God's. So the minute you start claiming something that is Caesar's and it's not yours, you're in the burden to Caesar at that point, and therefore you become his servant.